Hey, listeners. Welcome to the Dumb Stuff Podcast. We're not dumb, we just talk about dumb stuff. Stop me if you've already heard this one. So a rocket scientist, a social worker, an unemployed businessman, a security specialist, and a software manager walk into a bar. What do they talk about? This podcast is basically their conversation. We're just a small group of high school friends from Middle America. We're separated by several thousand miles, but brought back together thanks to a global pandemic quarantine and a regular Zoom meeting. Kurt is our resident rocket scientist. Joe is our resident social worker. Shane is our resident unemployed businessman. Mick is our resident security specialist. And last but certainly not least, Frank is our resident software manager. Now, let's join the Zoom meeting. Already in progress.
I was kind of disappointed today. I was on CNN and they said that, what podcast was it? WTF was the #1 rated podcast. And I was expecting our podcast to be
right up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
and it
surprising.
wasn't.
We
Yeah.
should have been right up there.
With WTF. Yeah.
What the Frank?
What the Frank?
What the Frank?
That's good.
Wait, should we rename our podcast "What the Frank" and then we get accidental listeners who are looking for the other one?
That would be good. That's like
right.
when Shane goes to Pornhub and he inputs something different. And
Like Chinese or Siamese tricycle?
What do we got? How
Mhm.
deep are we into this meeting? It's 10 minutes. Pornhub's already.
Oh, 10 minutes what?
I said we're 10 minutes into the meeting and Pornhub's it's already been mentioned.
I think Frank likes to hear his voice with that word.
Pornhub.
Montana was nice.
You went to Montana?
Yeah, where were you, Mick? I joined the meeting last week from Montana.
Yeah, from
a
a
bar.
bar in
From
Montana.
a bar in
Not just a
Montana.
bar,
A
not
noisy
just
bar.
a bar.
I think it was a strip bar.
It was a brew
It was-
house.
It was a
They were
very noisy
brewing their own
bar.
beer there. It was a great bar.
I had kids visiting, so they took priority.
I left
Yep.
my kids at the hotel so I could go to the bar to meet with you guys.
He locked them in the room. Don't get out, kids. I'll be back in 3 hours.
See the difference in the parenting there?
And then in the middle of our meeting, Joe starts getting texts from his kids. We're hungry.
Did you bring him any food, Joe?
No, they didn't. They
You
had a
should order-
food truck outside the bar, but I don't even know what that food
You
truck
didn't
had.
even bring your kid. You locked them in a hotel room.
Hey,
Without
I
food.
took them.
And
I
didn't
went back
bring
and
'em
grabbed
food.
them, and we went out to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
And I
okay.
just have to say, it's been a long time since I've had Buffalo Wild Wings because we don't have one anywhere close to us. Wingstop is way better than Buffalo Wild Wings. Do you guys have a
Yeah.
Wingstop?
Yep, I
Yeah,
have
way
both of
better.
them.
Way
Well, my
better than-
daughter works at Buffalo Wild Wings, so
Oops.
no, I don't care.
What's your Hulu password, Mick?
Speaking of, hey Kurt, how did you watch Justice League?
HBO Max comes with my AT&T mobile plan.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought maybe you borrowed someone's password.
No.
Can someone give me their HBO Max password, Shane?
I'm already on borrowed. We're borrowing somebody's already, so I don't think.
Can you
we-
share
Yeah, but
Can you share it with me, Mick?
So you got
I
nothing. You got nothing to lose, Mick. It's not yours.
So suddenly someone will be like, I got to change my password. Someone in Washington State's using my account.
I'm kind of gonna wait because I think there's a Friends reunion coming out on there, so I'm gonna sign up for it because just a 7-day trial.
A stand-up comedian on Netflix. And I can't think of his name. His first name is Nate, but he has two specials, and then he was also in this other Netflix special that was called The Stand-Ups. It was like 8 episodes, and each episode was a different stand-up comedian. But his special's called Greatest Average American. It's pretty funny, very clean, really, really funny.
Is it
but-
clean? Okay,
but
good.
clean. Yeah.
Finally.
Everything. Not a single.
Finally, a
inappropriate
clean
thing.
suggestion from this group. Jeez.
Have you guys heard of Brad Stein? Have you ever
No.
heard his stand up? You got to listen to him too. Kurt, you never heard of him?
Never heard of Brad Stein.
Bargatze
He-
is his name.
Brad Stein, you got to listen to him. It's hilarious. Mick, have you?
Nope.
He's a Christian comedian.
Christian
Aren't you
comedians
guys
are usually
Christians?
lame.
I don't think I've been watching too much on Netflix or anything lately.
Hey Shane, we started watching The Chosen. That was good.
Season 2's out, starting.
I know.
I'm kind of going to wait till they're all out and watch them, all at once.
That's not on a streaming service, is it? It's just on their website?
It's
You
an
can
app,
watch it
yeah,
on.
just
Yeah, but you
download
can
the
watch
app.
it on YouTube.
Okay.
I can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, they have seasons 1 and 2, or not seasons, but like episode 1 and 2
It
together.
really is good.
It is. It's
And
very
I
good.
believe some of the actors in that are from Illinois.
Really?
No way.
Yeah,
Well, who isn't?
yeah. You guys know that the little boy from The Shining went to didn't you?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Kurt and I are from.
Who
Route
didn't know
one.
that, Frank? You didn't know that, Frank?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's The Shining?
It's a
movie.
good faith-based Christian movie. You should go watch it.
It's a musical.
Is it
We're
about?
shining the light.
I can
of the Lord.
I can remember.
Red room.
Oh.
Did you
Okay,
see
so-
that today in Minneapolis, of all places?
Yeah, that another shooting.
Did you see the video that they released today?
No.
So 3 cops have pulled up this car because they had expired tags, and they got the guy to stand up. The door was open to the car, and he's kind of leaning against the car. And just as they went to put the handcuffs on, he starts fighting and trying to get in the car. Okay, so he's sitting down, and they're giving him all this stuff, and then this lady, one of the cops there, she pulls out her gun, okay, and yelling, "Taser, taser, taser, taser!" Pow! Freaking shoots him with a gun.
She
Thought
meant to pull her tasers. What I heard.
That's
Yeah,
what it
she-
said on the headlines. Yeah.
They don't even feel the same. Isn't the taser like big and chunky and like square?
Still like a gun though, Kurt. They got ones that shoot out like a gun.
But it's supposed to be on your non-dominant side. She just panicked.
Yeah.
I was going to
Uh-huh.
say it sounds like a panic situation. Yeah.
Yeah. Something police officers aren't trained for, I guess.
Bunch
But,
of adrenaline.
Good call, Mick.
but she freaking shot the guy.
It doesn't make it any better that's white and black again. I mean, that
Right.
just makes everything worse.
So we're down 3 ATMs right now because of it. Hopefully we won't see more, but yeah.
Do you put everything in reference to how many ATMs are
Yes.
affected?
That's good.
They don't try to loot around here.
Yeah, because you guys will shoot them.
Too many
You guys
people
are well armed.
carrying.
Well, so our problem solved, right?
Yeah. You would think that would happen everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did my dog just?
Is that your neighbor?
What are you talking about? Oh, no, she didn't. Okay.
Did you
just
think your
ask
dog
if your dog
did?
died?
Oh, I thought she got out of the yard.
oh,
So you guys remember that question that we talked about a couple of
Nope.
weeks ago
Nope.
about the dog? If it's sick?
yeah.
How much are you willing
Even-
to spend on your dog?
Yeah. So the last 2 days our dog has hardly moved. So like we're trying to debate if we should take it to the vet or not.
Well, I think you take it to the vet.
Right.
Of course, again, I work for hospice, so I'm all the time telling families, I'm like, if it's something that you would be willing to go down that path, that's fine. But if knowing the answer to the problem isn't going to change what you would do, then don't bother doing the tests. Those are just expensive tests, especially I think, for a pet. And
Can-
I love my dogs. I love them so much.
Right.
But everybody knows a dog's got a, 8, 10, 12-year life expectancy.
I
So-
took my dog in one time and they talked me into getting him the flu shot and all these shots when I took him in just for rabies. And I brought him home the next day. This was 2 years ago. And I brought him home and my dog wouldn't move. So for 24 hours, he just kind of laid on the floor, wouldn't walk up the stairs, wouldn't even jump on the furniture. So I called my vet and I said, I think you killed my dog. And she said, bring him in and we'll check. So I took him in. She poked on him and prodded and all that and said, no, there's nothing wrong with him. She said, probably just that flu shot's making him lethargic. She goes, give it a couple days. If he doesn't get better, then bring him back. So just for me to take the dog and let her poke it in the belly and stuff like that with her finger cost me like $200.
So Frank, how old's your dog?
She's, I think, 10 or 12 years old. I don't really know. So she's getting up there.
Big dog or little dog?
Little dog,
Little
It's a
dogs aren't
Yorkie.
worth it. Put them down.
little Yorkie.
If they're little, they need to be put down. And pull all their teeth first. You guys are. I just realized you guys are all owners of little dogs.
Old.
Mine's medium.
Yours is little.
Somebody
No,
get that,
it's not
please.
little. Somebody's
My dog-
phone is
Kurt.
ringing.
Kurt, my dog poops bigger turds than your dog.
Come here, Rock. Get him. Rocket. Hey, dummy.
Not that bright, is it? You should put that dog down, Shane. Would you please put that dog out of our misery?
No. No. He's a good dog.
I'm kidding.
Shane,
Frank, you think that'll
Shane,
get us some
which-
listeners if we go there?
yeah, Shane, which direction do you hang, left or right?
Up.
Up.
Inverted.
Do you see how when we start filming or recording again and Frank
This
starts
is-
talking about all this crap?
This is why we stopped recording. It's,
Hey,
Yeah.
Joe brought it
it's not
up.
healthy. All right, let's have some fun. Am I sharing my web browser or my whole screen?
After
Florida
the-
man accused of killing girlfriend's son after he urinated on the couch. Yeah, we saw that, Kurt.
Joe has been making fun of Florida for years now on our little feed, but I didn't realize that there's like a web page where it shows all the crazy crap that goes on in Florida.
Well, this
it's
is the whole point. Florida man is a thing. It's not just something that.
Yeah,
that
there's
Joe
no
likes to-
there's no Washington man or Texas man or Illinois
Well,
man.
this is
No,
this is why I
there's
bring
not.
this up. If you so if you Google Florida Man News, the first thing it comes up is the most recent Florida Man article, I guess, from 19 hours ago. And apparently this guy
Okay.
named Florida Man killed a kid for urinating on his
So,
couch. That's
just-
So
far
that's not
Could
clear.
everyone,
that's far from
please-
funny, but a lot of them are
please-
Not
funny.
clear.
let's all please note that in Kurt's search, there were 1,050,000,000 results. Okay, that's saying something right there.
So let's be fair and let's do it for all the states.
Yeah,
If you Google Illinois Man
Illinois.
News,
it's
you
fraud.
get Illinois man gets 13 years for plan to
Fraud.
provide cell phone detonators to ISIS.
See, all three of those
Fraud,
top
yeah.
numbers those are all three the same story,
Yes.
just from different sources.
Right.
And only 375 million.
Yeah,
Texas, there'll be a lot in Texas.
1.2
1 billion.
billion with a B.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
Florida have?
Texas man had more results than Florida man.
So Florida had a billion and Texas had 1 point what?
1 billion.
1.2.
1.2 almost. 1.3.
Yeah, you're at 1.3. Or yeah,
Ashburn, that's the same story though.
Yeah, that's the
F-
same story 3 times.
FBI arrests Texas man for attempting to blow up the internet with C4.
Yeah, so that's the Ashburn Data Center. Same thing.
We don't care about reality, Mick. We don't care that it's an actual data center. We care that some
It blows
crazy
up the-
Texas man tried to blow up the internet with C4. Usually what makes these stories go viral is the funny headlines.
Yeah.
So let's see what Washington.
Oh.
Oh, look,
No.
1.2 billion, Joe.
That's DC. That's DC.
Yeah, that is.
Well, how am I supposed to?
You have to
State.
do
That's not gonna work. but it's not going to say Washington State man.
Seattle man. Try Seattle man.
Oh, that might work. There you go. Yep.
There it is. Yep.
Seattle man shot through ceiling of apartment. So Seattle man is Joe's version of a Florida man.
Yeah.
But there are so many more choices when it comes to Florida man.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that Florida men are crazier. That just means that the press is
Can we vote on
propagating
that?
the meme.
First of all, wasn't there a guy in Florida sitting on a traffic light pooping on traffic going by a couple of years ago?
I'm sure there was a Seattle man that did the same thing. It just didn't make the news.
Kurt,
Shane,
you
Shane, you
cannot
would've-
defend Florida man.
Shane,
just
you would have
can't.
Shane, you would have done that in high school if you'd have thought of it. Admit it.
I would have. So I would
You're
be the
just
Illinois
jealous. You're just jealous of Florida man for having all these great ideas.
Man. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of Shane, how's your wife?
Very good. I think she's upstairs. I'm not quite sure what she's doing.
She's fantastic.
Lovely
keep her.
lady, isn't she?
You should
She was
keep her.
doing-
So Shane, does she get upset that you're gone all the time?
I don't think so. She probably
Jane?
enjoys it.
Does she get upset that you're home all the time?
Yeah,
It's
I
got to
think
be one
that's
or the
more-
other. Pick one.
That's a better question, Joe. Should I get her down here and you guys can ask her?
Yes.
I got a question for you. All right, here she comes, guys. You're going to have to ask her the question.
I'm not talking to her.
Joe
I'll talk to her. She's used to talking to me.
goes, I'm not asking.
Okay, what's the question?
So
Wait,
no, we need to
wait,
see you
wait.
on the camera. We
Wait.
need to be able to see your face, please.
You do not need to see me on the camera.
My
Okay, ask you
question.
the question. Let's see
My
your
question
face.
is, how many pull-ups can you do?
Not many.
Okay. My question is, are you more upset that Shane's been traveling and gone all the time? Or
No.
are you more upset that he's home all the time and not working?
B.
Yes, I was right.
I told you.
Knew it.
I think it's because the not working part is was that in there.
Yeah, if he was home and working, I don't think she'd be annoyed at him.
How
Get a
can we
job.
help you help him get a job? Because we don't know. We try. We nag him every week.
We make suggestions all the time what he needs to do.
What can we do to help you with this?
I think we need to have a lobotomy because
Kurt?
for Kurt. Why Kurt?
That's
we
always
need
been
to-
on my agenda.
Do we
for
need to
Kurt.
shame? Joe's been wanting to do that for a while. Do we need to shame him? Do we need to lock him out of this meeting until he shows up with a job to report about his job?
Ooh,
Do you
I
think
like
that would
one.
stop him? I mean, I don't
think he would.
think
I think he
getting
would
him is gonna
miss
work.
us. I think he would miss us, and he would get a job just so he could come back to the meeting.
He'd probably find another group that.
There is no other
If
group.
you're the parent, I would suggest that
Yeah.
he can't go golfing until he finds a job.
But then he's stuck at home still.
But
Yeah.
still, he
Well,
loves golfing so
He
much.
loves
that-
golfing. He would find a job.
And is in his defense, if
This
he
is
had to
recording. I'm gonna
choose,
hear it.
if he had to choose between going every day to a job and being home with you every day, what would you choose?
Sir, you got to share.
But I'm not here. I'm working every day, and then I come home and
Well,
continue
she
to work.
has a
She's the
life.
breadwinner.
Can he get a job with you?
There's night custodian.
Assistant? Could he be your assistant?
I'm the
Yeah.
assistant.
Could he be the assistant to the assistant?
No,
How much does that pay?
Michael Scott?
What do you do?
Assistant to
Yes.
the original.
I'm
Yes.
the teacher's aide.
So do you want Shane to be around little kids? I don't think so.
Good question.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Frank.
Yeah.
He
That's
thinks
not a
I'm
good-
always going to get fired, but no, I'm not. That's a good question.
You know how to
He thinks I'm
control
gonna get
yourself.
fired 'cause, well, no, I always tell him about God. And he's like, you can't do that in a public school system. I said, watch me. And if I get fired for it, who cares? At least I'm doing
Good
it
for
for
you.
a good reason. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah. These
You
kids
can always
aren't.
find another job.
I was digging through my
Yeah.
folder today and I found your letter to request support to go on a mission trip.
Yes.
When you're hating on me, just remember that I sent you money for your mission trip,
I was
okay?
gonna say, did you ever
Why did
send
you
us
keep
money
the
for
letter?
I sent you money and I prayed for you.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad.
I don't believe it. Let's see the check.
So
Joe.
you can't hate me anymore.
Where's
see the
the
check.
where's the check stub? I want to see the
I don't believe
receipts.
it.
Tell Shane to get his face out of the screen.
Get your face
We're
out
having
of the screen.
we're having a conversation here. Get your face out of there.
I don't think this is what he signed up for when it was the Zoom meeting for him and his friends. Just saying, but
Tell him
Oh,
to
we're
go take
keeping
a,
it
take a
clean.
coffee break upstairs. You'll let him know when it's his turn.
I need to take a shower, so I'm probably going to give it back to him because
She
I
needs
have to get to
Joe.
bed 'cause I
She
have to
needs
get
to
up
take a
early.
shower
Are
after
you
talking
taking-
to you, Joe. That,
It's not
that's how
talking
bad. That's how bad of an
Oh.
experience this was.
I'm sorry. I thought you were taking the camera in with you.
Or how good of an
Never mind.
experience.
Come on.
It could have been a good experience.
So how do you really pray for me then, Joe? Maybe I don't want you praying for me if that's how you're speaking. Shut your hole, dude. Shut your hole.
Oh, quit screaming at you.
Joe, Joe,
You sound like all muffled.
Joe took it too far.
Flushing.
Yep.
Joe took it too far.
All I want to say is, I better get a copy of this recording.
She said shower, and Joe just went with it.
No, she said shower. I said nothing, and then Kurt pushed me further down the road.
Whatever.
It's all Kurt's fault.
I've got witnesses. I got Mick and Frank that witnessed. I didn't
I
say
will
anything
hear
at
it.
first.
It's been recorded. Joe, Kurt will send me the recording and I'll listen.
The unedited recording.
How do you know I won't edit it?
No, it's got to be this is the honor system, Kurt.
No such thing. There.
I'm looking at my $1 payments on Facebook.
That's
Did
we
you get-
we made a $1 bet. We paid you $1
Nick, did you get $3 from Joe the other day?
Hold on. What was the $1
Yes.
bet?
for the basketball tournament.
Basketball
It was
tournament.
25.
No,
What are
it
you
was one.
talking
We
about?
changed it.
It was one.
I
Scroll-
gave him 25.
Scroll back,
Oh,
Frank.
you're a good man,
Yeah,
Frank.
sure you did, Frank.
You
Sure
gave
you
my
did.
wife $25. Thanks.
Yes. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
the only
if
one
it's-
that.
Can you prove
made-
it?
Yes. I'll show you.
It was for $1, Frank. I can't believe you didn't know that.
No, it was not.
Frank. It was.
Frank, I don't
It
think
was
all of
not.
us. I don't think all of us
Maybe.
would have agreed to $25. That's a
No,
lot
that'd be
of money.
$100 bucks.
I'm gonna go back and look. And I want
No.
24 back, Mick.
No, no, Baker, nope.
Since Frank sent you that extra money, now you can watch Tiger King.
Yeah.
I'll buy you the Tiger King box set, Frank.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Frank, you
he
sent
it to me.
that to his wife. What are you
I know
doing?
because that's what he said to do.
No, you
Said he
said
didn't have-
you said you have Venmo, and I said yes, it's my wife's.
Yeah, so I sent it to
So the
her.
next question should have been, do you have PayPal? And then the question after that should have been, do you take payments through Facebook Messenger?
Or Zelle.
But
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. So it's either Venmo or Cash App.
You have a
there.
check, Frank?
How did
out
we
20
all? How are we all on Facebook Messenger? That wasn't hard, was it? Is
Anyway,
it
I-
connected to PayPal?
I
or
held up
something?
my part of the bargain.
Yes,
Just
you
to
So
let
did.
you
did
guys
we,
know.
Frank. We paid him the
No,
dollar
you
we owed
didn't.
him.
But it was $25.
It was $1, Frank. I can't believe you
was
didn't. You should
not.
get.
Frank,
You
pay
should come to this
attention.
meeting
You
every
were
week.
too busy gloating about how you were in the lead, in first place, to realize that the bet was $1.
I was gloating.
None of us believe that, Kurt.
I said to Kurt,
I'm just
Frank,
mad at
before-
Frank for being in first place for so long.
I got on here and told Kurt, I said, if you wouldn't have bragged after 30 minutes of play, you might have won.
So when
I
did
was
you guys
doing
change
pretty
it
good
to
after 30
$1?
minutes of play.
Was
What'd
it
you say,
during the
Frank?
meeting? When did you guys change it to $1?
Yeah, during the meeting.
Yeah.
It
I
was
don't believe you.
it was
So-
Why do you
recorded,
think
wasn't
we
it?
pay him $1?
I don't think this is going to work because Kurt's on here for paying me $25. If you look far enough
Nobody
back.
else, no, nobody else can see that because I had to go to the private message for that to
Mick?
work, Mick.
Oh, okay.
He's not playing along
Mick, you're
with
such
Shane.
Mick, you're such an old man. You ruined the whole thing.
I know. I can't help it.
Now,
Thanks, Mick.
Frank?
I appreciate it.
Frank, here's what was going to happen, though, if you won. You were going to get $1 from Kurt one week, $1 from me the next week, $1 from Joe one week, $1 from Mick the next week, and then we're going to keep going back until we paid you $25. It was going to take us
Awesome.
2 years to pay you back.
Yep.
A
We
dollar
had it all planned out.
Okay. Now
That's
there.
why you
Joe.
wanted me to win.
Yes. Frank, there's nothing you could have done about it because we didn't say we'd pay the 25 up front. We just said we'd pay 25 bucks.
Yeah, we
That
never
would've
said
been
lump
funny.
sum.
I would have liked that. That's good.
Spread it out. Just like that's good finances, right?
It,
Spreading
it
the money out.
literally would have taken you 2 years to get all the money that's owed you.
That's
Yep.
okay. I mean, that's
$1 a week.
my budget. So
That'll buy you rice and beans for your kids. So Kurt last week posted in our chat that we have with our wives included, he said something about a guy with a face tattoo in Florida committed a crime, and he says, "Isn't that the same tattoo you have on your butt, Joe?" And I said, "Why don't you ask your wife? She's seen it more than I have." And then Kurt was like, "Joe, do you realize that this is the chat with the wives?" I said, "I am very aware of that fact." And I stand by what I said.
Always crossing the line, aren't you, Joe?
All right, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna run out and take a shower. I gotta make a phone call. I gotta yell at my
You missed
wife.
your shower.
No,
You missed your
no,
shower
no.
opportunity.
Yeah, no.
you have no job, Shane.
The
You don't have
Shane-
to take
water
shots
when
for a
you
reason.
shower
No.
with somebody else.
You keep ducking out of these meetings early, Shane. And
It's
you
not
did it
like you have a
twice last
job to
week.
get up in the morning.
And you're staying
true.
here until we're done.
That's
But I
true.
got
The only
back on
person who
twice.
doesn't have to get up for anything
You
in
are
the morning
staying
wants to
here
leave and go to
until
bed.
we are done, Shane.
He wants to
All
go
right.
bet.
Or
He
you're
wants to
out
go.
of the meeting.
He wants to go
All
bet
right.
on horses. That's what he
All
wants
right.
to
I'm
do.
done. I'm done. We done?
Nope,
No.
Mick, you're here too. You missed last week, you're here.
We're being
You're-
punished.
You're
man.
in the central time zone. It's not even late there.
I'm
Hey,
I've
it only
got perfect
takes one more
attendance.
person. This is a democratic thing here. That one more person say we're done.
Don't give Frank an opportunity. Don't. He's on the edge right now.
How
His eyes
much?
lit up. His eyes light up.
Mick, will you pay Frank $25 to quit the meeting?
That's
early?
right.
Oh,
I'm only going to send it through PayPal though, since we don't have an account.
His Mick's
that goes to his
wife.
wife.
Mick's wife will pay Frank $25. That was a good meeting, but it's over now. I gotta go to bed.
I do too. But I thought you might come
No,
back.
you
on
don't. It's an hour
I-
earlier there.
I
You
haven't
just
even
want to
eaten
go.
yet.
You just want
I
to go
didn't shower yet. I'm
gamble.
in the gym all day. I'm like stinky.
Excuse me, did you just say you were at the gym all day?
Not all day.
Get
I
a
was
job, you freak.
I was at the gym this morning.
Yeah.
Then I went and did some errands and ran around and did nothing.
You should have showered way before now.
The very minute we started this, 7:14, I got a phone call. And I told him I'd call him back when my Zoom meeting was over.
So,
So if he happens to call again,
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Is he someone as important
Nope.
as
The
us?
Zoom meeting's not over. You gotta stick it. We gotta stick with it.
No, Joe, he's not as important as you.
Well, you could have
There you
fooled
go.
me as often as you skipped this meeting for other people.
It's 9 o'clock. We got to go to bed.
How come your son always runs around without a shirt on?
They want to know why
but-
you run around without a shirt on all the time.
No, my question is not done. And then I want to know how come your wife doesn't.
I'm done. I'm leaving the meeting. All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right. Okay, I gotta get going too. I haven't had dinner
All right,
yet.
guys. Thanks.
Bye.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Hey, look at you. You just listened to an episode of the Dumb Stuff Podcast. You're so hip and popular and good looking. If you enjoyed listening, tell your friends. And if you hated the experience, well, maybe we can just keep that between ourselves, okay? If you want to contact us for any reason, just drop us a line. Our email address is talkaboutdumbstuff@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. So, until next time, see ya. and promise us you won't do any dumb stuff. Thanks.